In Kerala, where tradition and modern medicine come together, pathologists play a vital role in shaping the future of healthcare. Meet Dr. Raghunath in Kochi, as he shares how digitization is reshaping his daily workflow from online archiving and remote collaboration to digital reporting and teaching.
So I'm Dr. Raghunath. I've been practicing pathology since 2014. When I was doing my PG, I think digitization, digital pathology was a really new thing because people were experimenting with that in India. And from the beginning, it was a very interesting concept because for the past maybe 150 years since when pathology started, digitization could be said as to be the new change that is coming into pathology. I passed out in 2014. I worked for 3 years in a medical college in Amla. All this time, digitization was there in the periphery. We never got much into it. And then I joined with my friend here in Cochin. In 2017, I moved into this lab here, Micalys Diagnostics here. From the outset, we knew that viewing slide under a binocular microscope had a significant limitation because I am the primary reporting pathologist, and bringing in a team, coordinating with the team was all pretty difficult. That's how we had a problem with the binocular, and so that's when we were thinking about going out and getting something that made it a bit more easier for coordination. So I guess around 5-6 years back, I think through Medprime we came to know about their product Cilika microscope, and the moment we saw that microscope, we were sort of thinking like at that particular point this was a big solution for us. So we connected with them, and that's when we bought our first Cilika microscope, and it significantly improved our the way we reported and the way we managed the slides from that point on. I mean, from the lab's perspective, there wasn't a lot of change because still you needed to have analog slides and you needed to do the filing and all those stuff with that. But from the reporting perspective, whatever I saw was not just me and the microscope. It was like I could show it to another person, I could coordinate with another person. And then I think about a few years back, we were thinking of starting on taking in the digital slide scanner. But as I said, the early adopters were really costly at that point. I guess it could cost anywhere in a ballpark of around 2 crores to 1.5 to 2 crores just to acquire the system. And then our entire workflow had to be adopted into that system, which would cost again another significant investment. So that was a big deterrent for us for many years. And then in around when COVID was happening, reporting was a big challenge for us. Because as we all know, at that particular point, coming to the lab was a big issue. I mean, people couldn't come in. So that's when we started seriously thinking about digitization and all. And we discussed it with Medprime. And at that point, I guess they had a prototype product. So we thought we will test that out. And that's how we got our first digital scanner. And that was big eye-opener entirely from the lab's perspective, because now we were talking of return of investment going into areas where it was not just reporting. So you see, an analog slide-based reporting has a lot of challenges. You have to do the slide preparation, and then there's a slide viewing and reporting, and then there's a slide archiving. So all this results in an entirely analogous footprint, and there is nothing digitized. So each step, it was sort of a lot of people had to be involved with managing the slides and ensuring that they are properly stored and all that. Now, so the benefit with digitization was we had an online archive. So whenever there was a discussion either with other pathologists or with the clinician itself, we could quickly retrieve the slide. So that is from the lab side. So that was a big benefit. From the reporting side, then what we found was people could report remotely. Our own pathologists who are working on site, if they had to take a sudden leave due to some reason, or if they had to be out of station. So digitization made a big difference, because now I didn't have to wait for my senior consultant for 2-3 days or 1 week until she came back. I could just digitize the slide and upload to her, and I could get the report just like as if she was here. So that made life easier for all of us. We were able to be very frank, take vacations. Otherwise, it was a big challenge. So now we could actually upload those images, and we could do it from home. I think just sharing an experience about, I think a year back, my mother had a surgery and I had to be in Chennai. So I had to be there for like a week's time. And for the entire week, I did all my reporting online. So the slides were scanned from me, uploaded, and overnight, and then I would do the reporting from there during the day, and I would send out the report from my space in Chennai. So that's how convenient it started becoming for us. So that's when we went a step further, and we realized that we could do a lot more in training pathologists again using digitization. So what we do is we have created a sort of an image bank where we have an annotated set and all that. We can actually use that to train new pathologists as to what we are expecting from them when they say they're looking into endometrium, or they're looking into a colonoscopic biopsy. So when they then join us when they start their reporting here in our lab, their onboarding time is significantly lower now. So previously, again, as I said, there was about 3 weeks to maybe a month's time when they're doing smaller biopsies. When it came to larger biopsies, it was longer. But now, because of digitization and this image bank being around, we could just have the pathologists we would inform them that they have to go through these images before they join. They go through them, and from day one, they are technically productive. We manage about around 120 samples a day. And I guess last year we did about 35,000 samples, 35,000 biopsy specimens. And this was on top of cytology and peripheral smears and all that. So we are not into biochemistry, serology and all. We are specifically focused on histopathology and cytology. So maybe that's the reason why we thought of digitization and all, because it, as you tend to increase the number of cases, digitization becomes a major requirement. Because that's when when these issues of quick onboarding and easy reporting and all become significant. Looking back, I could say that when I first saw digitization as a PG, it was sort of a far-flung thing. Like, we thought it would come around, we thought we will be adopting it, but we never thought it will come. The major issue was always about the cost factor. So we were like, it's not going to come real fast, it will take time. But then I guess over the years, our interest in it peaked when we saw that people are working on it, and the cost of that technology started coming down. We were able to get digitized digital scanners for a much lower cost. So now what we realized is, over the years, the possibilities in pathology is much larger now. So before, it was all an analog image. It was somebody looking at an analog slide and doing their interpretation on that, and their answers to it. You have an analog image, you looked at it, you made your interpretation based on the visual pattern, and you gave a diagnosis, and it's over there. But now we can think beyond, like we can think about how to digitize this visual pattern that we are seeing, how to predict more markers, more digital biomarkers from this, how these biomarkers can then, probably modify treatment and modify the prognosis of the disease.